Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Eddie Marcus once again. I'm so glad that you stopped here on this post, and I hope it is worth your while. God, I want to tell you, is invisible. You can't see God. God is a spirit. We know that there is a God because all the things that exist that we as human beings had nothing to do with. They exist by power we know not of. And so we know that nothing happens that we do unless we do what we do, then the things that exist happen because it has been done. And so where that one is invisible, and that's mighty, mighty power. So as far as I'm concerned, I call it God. And so we think about what God has done as far as we are concerned. You know the story. I'm not going to take you there. But we also know that what God requires of us, we don't want to know. Because we have been listening all of our lives to one that we can see. Might be a man, might be a woman, might be white, might be black, might be rich, might be poor, might be a con artist. But it's definitely not God. Anywhere on the earth, there is no God that is serving the people, the masses of the people. The people are ignorant of God. Even those who profess to be so close to God they can touch him and feel him, they are as far away from God as anyone. Who is close to God? Lovers are close to God. Who is a lover? Well, for those of you who live in America, think about Dr. Martin Luther King, a great lover who was talking about peace, prosperity, compassion, respect, love for all men. Dr. King, and what happened to him? A great big bullet pulled by the trigger of a hate-filled bungalow. Couldn't stand that love. Took it out. Was that love or was that hate? What is it that would take something to the point of knocking love out? Hate. Well, it's been a long time since that happened. But even not so far ago, that wonderful God still made it known that that power exists, sent amongst the people to tell you about the wonderful love, the most magnificent thing in existence. I believe the message was, you're on the path to hell. On a path to hell, you know, and that message was preached on radio, television, cable, pamphlets, brochures, platforms for candidacy for certain political positions. And yet, that message went unnoticed. And you know, in 2016, there was a man who walked out on the stage and he started with a lie. The President of the United States is not an American. Wasn't born here. And every time he opened his mouth, he lied. And every time he lied, the camera was right there. They talked about it on every station all over the nation. Talked about the lie that he told. And when he switched that lie up the next day or the same night, they told that lie over and over. They talked about this lie. They talked about that lie over and over and over. They preached the lie, the lying liar, the lying liar, creating the hate, bringing the hate out for those who've been having it lying dormant in themselves. The prejudice, the racism, the bigotry been lying dormant in each of us because we have been pretending like everything was all right. When we knew they weren't. We knew they weren't because people were suffering. We knew they weren't because there was pain. We knew they weren't because people were having problems with education. We knew they weren't because people were having problems with the healthcare system and jobs. But we allowed it to continue to exist and it affect different people in different kind of ways. And what you see in America today is the fruition, whether we want to admit it or not. It is the fruition of the America that we've lived in all of our lives. And on the one hand, we have somebody trying to maintain it and got somebody else trying to kill us out because they're all led by the thoughts and aspirations of men, powers that they can see and not love. And if there were to be love, it would have to be the kind that says all men are free. That would have to be the kind that is about peace and prosperity and freedom and joy of life for everyone, and careers and dreams coming true. My friend, it would mean that everybody would never have to worry about food, clothing, shelter, education, health care. And they're guaranteed this because they have their dream job, their career, their own choosing that allows them to give and participate in the creative process. I tell you about how God has set it up. And when I say God, I'm talking about a power of love that has shown me that for every last one of you to be able to have your dreams come true, to have your needs, your wants, and your desires met, you got to do it a certain kind of way. You got to respect yourself to the degree that you respect everyone else. And you do that as a representation of a power of love that lives inside of you that you cannot see, but because it's inside of you, the world can see, because that's the way you deal with people. I'm trying to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, the same message I've been trying to tell you for quite some time. There is a God, and God has a way that no hater, no dictator can emulate or imitate. I want you to know that God has a way that will lead everyone to paradise. You don't have to die to go to heaven. You can lie right here as in paradise. I want you to know, ladies and gentlemen, that there's something going on that you need to know about. And we don't have to panic. We got this thing up in Washington. We got this insurrection. And these guys want to do this and they want to do that. They can be dumb enough to try it if they want to, but they're going to lose. They are going to lose. There's no way. Even if they are going to attack as a distraction, and Trump has made some plans with North Korea to start sending some ballistic missiles over here, they will all fail. If anybody attack the United States of America, they will all fail. Why? Because they, as bad as we are worse than we are. And for some strange reason, they will fail. And these monsters that's trying to insurrect and take over this country, there's no way they can win. Why? Because righteousness, my friend, even though America in its normality is not as righteous as we would love to see it or want it to be, but it's a heck of a lot better than what trying to hang people and cut heads off and put bombs and blow people up. It's a hell of a lot better than that. To me, that is pure evil. Pure evil. But anyway, even that must change and become as humble as you and me. They must become as humble as that love that they long to see. And then, and only then, will it truly be. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to thank you so very much for giving me this your time. It has truly been a pleasure. I want to say, until next time, this is Eddie Marcus. Goodbye.